how's it going? Nash and Joe and Brandon and Tristan, Tampa drain dudes. Except right now, it's just me, I guess. The other guys are unloading the truck right now. We're here in South Tampa today, our favorite area. Not really. It's a great area, actually. It's really pretty, but the oak trees here are all established and their roots are terrible and they're tight spaces and it's a lot of concrete. It makes the jobs very difficult, but when we pull them off, it makes for awesome installs. It's a good challenge. So what we got today, actually Joe quoted this one, but looks like a lot of pooling water on this driveway right here. They've got brick pavers and also some concrete for the tire lines going down. We're gonna be installing a system going to a sump pump. So we're gonna have gravity coming through the low spots and here, coming into a sump in here and pumping that out back to an alleyway. We actually did the next door neighbors and recently quoted the next door on the other side. So I'll go ahead and put a link in the bio for that job. That was a fun sump pump job as well. We basically waterproofed the crawl space underneath, did some new drainage rock and just kind of freshened up their backyard. Gave them a good restart. Joe, you want to walk us through what we're doing real quick in 60 seconds?
Absolutely. We're starting back there at that first part. Coming down here along this concrete pad, we got some brick pavers that we're just going to lift out of the way. Put a drain system underneath those guys. Run that all the way along here. We're going to have a basin right there on that concrete that comes across and connects in. Same thing over here. Going to just come straight across into a sump basin, which we're going to put roughly in this area. From there, it's just straight PVC out to the end. Yes, it's a big oak tree, I know. I didn't say today was going to be fun.
Yeah, no shit.
Trade seems pretty easy.
What was that, Tristan? Bricklaying as a trade seems easy?
Yeah, you just put them in the dirt.
Just a heads up for all you masonry workers. Dog on him. Dog on him right now, dog on it. He thinks your job's easy. I would never say such a thing.
I would never.
I know that's hard work. Anyways,
I would never say such.
we're Brandon. We're in it a little bit. Of course, I'm doing all the work as always compared to these two. I've made it about 3.5 feet. These guys haven't even dug a trench yet. They keep making excuses that they got to remove bricks first and whatnot. So, but hey, you know, let them talk. So basically, when we get to right here at this line, this is matching on the other side, it turns into bricks, clearly. And not bricks as in the new currency that's being formed that's going to get destroyed by yo man Donald Trump.
That's why we get throttled.
Oh yeah, that's why. Anyways, so coming down this way, Joe's removing those pavers just bit by bit. Tristan's starting on the opposite end because we're going to be cutting a catch basin right here at this low spot of the concrete and running it across. So once all these bricks are removed, we'll be able to trench out the line, bury our 4-inch pipe, and run it back there to that sump system. Nice and easy. Sounds simple. Is not simple at all. But so far so good, even though we are like 10 minutes in. You goober boober.
So literally about 2 thick, closest to the wall.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, yeah. That's just a lot of extra work you're doing.
Uh-huh, yeah. That's going to be a pain to put back. Not my job. All right, 10 o'clock. We're, I guess, under an hour into this one. We've got the easy part dug right here. Just removing the soil. Do have an irrigation line right about there. We are going to have to go underneath, which is going to add a little bit of labor to this. We could redirect it. By the time we get that done, though, we could have just dug out this extra space. Soil is actually pretty decent once we broke this base layer up. Coming down the line, whenever we remove the brick, make sure we keep it nice and organized so we can put it right back where it goes. This is where we're going to have a catch basin in the low spot right here where it's pooling and sitting for a couple days. So Joe just set up the concrete saw And we're going to be taking out a little bit of concrete right here. That way we can trench it, lay our pipe, and re-pour that cement. They'll tee in, come down the line, where Tristan's having a fun time.
Yeah, good at what I do.
Brandon's got a fun job back here too, unearthing the soil through all these roots because of our good old friend Mr. Massive Tree, which is where he's got to get that whole 28-inch sump basin to fit down in the ground right smack where the big root is coming up out of the floor. So it's going swell for an hour in. Not too bad so far.
5 minutes later.
Tristan's doing great cutting out all the roots over there. Brandon's in the back digging a big old hole. Joe's backfilling the pipe, and I'm just doing nothing as usual. So it's a good day in the neighborhood.
Oh, it's a good day. Can't complain.
And got this first 15 feet or so buried in line. We're going with 6-inch catch basins today. We're going to use square lids. These catch basins, you can get round lids, square lids. You can get them in green or black. We're going for the black along the concrete, just a little bit cleaner of a look. First one in the grass will probably do green. That way it can blend in. And we're opting for the square. That way we can have nice, clean cuts across. Thought I'd show this too. Whenever you're doing an install like this, where you got to put back pavers, definitely want a tool like this. Just a tamper, preferably one with some weight to it to make it a little bit easier on you. But you can see, packing this down flat with a shovel would not be ideal. So when you have an edge like this where it's not complete sod, and you kind of need to be more careful with all the little bumps, get you a big tamper like that. That way when you start putting the bricks back down, or whatever hardscape you're doing, you'll have a better fit. And then a rubber mallet. All right, time is about 12:15. Made it pretty far. We got our first about 15-foot stretch, 10-foot stretch to our third basin. Coming here, we've got this basin in where it's teeing in. These will run down this line to the sump basin, which is in place. It'll go to 1.5 inch PVC out the back. All right, we're in the alleyway. Well, the alleyway next to the alleyway. This is the alleyway. Just about to the end, for today at least. Got that pipe coming all the way back here. We're putting all the excess dirt in here because they're going to come back and put rock, and he's going to use this as a storage space. So we want to make sure we've got enough soil back here that whatever he puts back here, which is probably going to be that big pallet of tile, that this won't crack the pipe. So we're going to bring all our excess here, compact it down. Then he can put the rock or do what he was going to do with it. So the ending is going to be a little different than just that. That's just a temporary 45-degree turn. That way it's not shooting across the whole alleyway, because it definitely did that on the other side. So coming back here, we're just getting this cleaned up at the end. Got our sump pump in and plumbed. I totally did not video actually how to plumb the sump pump. That's my bad. I apologize.
Who's been teaching me?
Brandon learned it. So I'll link the video where we taught Tristan how to do the sump pump, and you can learn it there. Super simple. Just a threaded bit to a riser, to a check valve, to a 90, and then out. Tomorrow we're going to come back and do a little bit more work and cleaning up. We're going to swap that to a different lid. They wanted a different color lid, so we're going to swap that. Same with back here. Put a riser on it. And then this is a low spot too, where we're going to actually add another catch basin, cut across this concrete, and connect it in. So.
If I turn it sideways, my stomach will stop me from going in too, so it's messed up.
What was that?
Obviously, can't fit this way.
That's the problem. You got to turn sideways.
I can't fit this way.
So it wasn't the problem. Tristan's just having a heyday back there.
And so it's so fun. No one
He's
else can get back here but me.
He's like, he's an alley cat.
Meow.
The next day.
The drain dudes. Day 2. It's just the next morning. The following morning. Just finishing up on this job. We got this end with a grate. He just wanted exactly what we did at the neighbors, which I'm actually going to run down there and show you that one, but in the splash pad. So that's good to go. Fast. Down here, this one. Comes straight out of that wood, and then we're back. Joe and I we gave the boys a break this morning. They worked hard yesterday, and it's like an 1.5-hour drive down in South Tampa with the traffic. We knew we were only going to be here for like 2 hours, so we told them just chill, enjoy the morning, and then they can meet us at the second job after lunch. So we already got this pipe in here, connected into our sump basin, and Joe's backfilled. He's cleaning up around to put these bricks back. I'm digging out our line to run an extension cord to the power that's in the garage. Not permanent, they're actually gonna have power ran out here, but this is just for now, so we can test it, and if we get any rain, oh yeah, we're basically Avengers too.
Yeah, totally.
All cleaned up. We got a hose in that last catch basin. We are filling the sump. There it goes. Smells like glue.
PVC glue.
That first line is always the smallest bit of water, so if you're testing it, remember there's a lot of air still in that pipe. So the first time water comes out, it ain't gonna be crazy. Just a wee bit, and a lot of fumes from the pipe glue, which is never fun. Oh yeah, that's the full one. Okay, that was good stuff. Good timing. All right, we're gonna call that one a success. All right, walk us through what we did with this job real quick.
All right, everybody. So we start here with our first catch basin. We come down this line right next to these concrete pads. We start getting into the pavers. We picked all these up, put a drain system underneath it. It came out really well with the catch basins under the brick. We do have one catch basin here that's completely closed over, just so that nobody trips in it. That all runs over here to this basin. We have it running some water in just to test that pump out. It goes on the other side of here into this pump. We have one more small catch basin that's covered right here, comes underneath into this sump basin, and our sump basin pushes this out to the alley.
Now this whole area, they're gonna clean up. All this dirt is gonna get removed. They're gonna add some rock, so there shouldn't be any kind of clogs, anything getting in between these pavers once they get those cleaned off and sealed, and everything will be completely covered at some point.
Yep.
Go check out the back and see if it's pumping. So this pipe runs behind the little pool shed that they got here. Comes out back to an alleyway where everybody's drainage systems are. Comes out to the end here, where with that hose.
So that works pretty well.
Pretty good. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. And if not, that's just too bad. It's too bad.
At least hope you had some fun.
Maybe. If you didn't, that's also too bad. Click like, click subscribe to support our small business.
Yeah.
And we got to go hit the next job and catch the guys there.
Yep.
See you on the next one.